Your second lesson in geography, physiography. Physiography is nothing but dividing the places according to the structure. ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ದಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಫಿಸಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ. ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ವೆರೈಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್. ದೇ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮೌಂಟನ್ಸ್, ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಯೂಸ್, ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್, ವ್ಯಾಲೀಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್. These have influence on the river system, climate, natural vegetation, land use, agriculture, transport, distribution of population, etc. So we all know that India is a very big country, and ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್: ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್, ಕರ್ವ್, ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಯೂಸ್, ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್, ಇವನ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇವನ್ ದ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಊರಲ್ಲೂ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And even the what they grow, agriculture is also different from place to place. Based on this, we have divided India into 4 divisions, that is northern mountains, northern great plains, peninsula plateau, the coastal plains and islands. Now first we are studying about the northern mountains. Northern mountains, they comprise of Himalayas, which are group of young fold mountains. They extend as continuous chain along the northern boundary of India. They are the highest mountain ranges in the world. They have highest peaks, deep valleys and gorges, glaciers, passes, etc. In India, they extend from Indus Gorge in the west to Brahmaputra Gorge in the east for 2,400 kilometers. The width varies from 240 to 320 kilometers. They are broader in the west and narrower in the east. They covered an area of 5 lakh kilometers square. Generally, there are steep slopes towards the India and gentle slope towards the Tibet. In this paragraph, we will know about the Himalayas. They are nothing but the mountains, continuous mountains to the northern part of India. Northern andre India's topest thing, north from Jammu Kashmir, that is you can see in the map. See, Himalayan mountain, that is the northern part of India. In northern mountains alli we have highest peaks. India's, not only India, the world's highest peak is also in this northern mountain. Deep valleys. Then valley is nothing but a low land, normal on the land irutte, flat land. ಆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಿ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು is about gorges. Gorge is nothing but it's a rocky wall. ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ಬೋತ್ ರಾಕ್ ವಾಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ರಾಕ್ ಮೌಂಟನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್, ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಎರೋಷನ್ ಆಫ್ earth. Gorge are formed due to the erosion of the soil or erosion of the earth. ಯಾವಾಗ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಎರೋಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎನ್ ಹೋಲ್. ಆ ಹೋಲ್ನ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಜಾರ್. ಆ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಜಾರ್ಜಸ್. ದೆನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಗ್ಲೇಷಿಯರ್ಸ್. ಗ್ಲೇಷಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದ ice floating on the water. Next is about the passes. Passes are human made, where human use those route for many purpose, for medicine purpose, agriculture, for tourist purpose. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ we call it as passes. ಮೌಂಟನ್ಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ರೋಡ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ we call it as passes. As simple as that. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಈ ನಾರ್ದರ್ನ್ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ Gorge to the Brahmaputra Gorge. Indus to the Brahmaputra Gorge. And for 2,400 kilometers. You have to remember the numericals. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್? 2,400 kilometers. ವಿಡ್ತ್ ಎಷ್ಟು? 240 to 320 kilometers. ಬ್ರಾಡರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಇನ್ ದ ಈಸ್ಟ್. It is ಹೋಗ್ತಾ it will become small, that is narrower. And next you have to remember is about, in northern mountains we have 3 parallel ranges: Greater Himalayas, Lesser Himalayas, Shivalik Hills. Just remember, northern mountains alli ಮೂರು ಭಾಗ ಇದೆ. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 3 parts: Greater Himalayas, Lesser Himalayas and Shivalik hills. First we are studying about the Greater Himalayas. They are the innermost and continuous and highest ranges. They are the innermost, continuous and highest ranges. The average height on the average height is itself 6,100 meters. These ranges have many high peaks, of which Mount Everest 8848 meters is the highest peak in the world. The other peaks are Kanchenjunga 8586 meters, 8586 meters, Makalu 8481 meters, Dhaulagiri 8172 meters, Manaslu 8156 meters, Nanda Devi, etc. As the Greater Himalayas are covered with snow throughout the year, these ranges are called Himadri. Greater Himalayas ge innondu hesare Himadri. They are the home of many glaciers such as Gangotri and Yamunotri glaciers. There are many passes such as Burzil, Jozila, Shipkila, etc. In this you have to remember Greater Himalayas are continuous and highest ranges. They are innermost, continuous and highest ranges. Second point you have to remember is they have peaks, high peaks. Even Mount Everest kuda ide Greater Himalayadallide, and India's highest peak, that is K2, even that is also in this Greater Himalayas. Next, throughout the year snow cover agirodrinda we call it as Himadri. Glaciers ide, ya glaciers andre just remember two names, Ganga river and Yamuna river, that is Gangotri and Yamunotri glaciers. Next we are studying about the mountains lying to northwest of Himadri are called Trans Himalayas. They comprise of Karakoram range, where the highest peak K2 of Mount Godwin Austen is located. It is the highest peak in the India. Let me zoom where is your Kanchenjunga or K2 or Godwin Austen. The top you can see the K square. That is where highest peak of India is located, and the world Mount Everest is located here. This is about the Greater Himalayas. Next we are studying about the Lesser Himalayas. These ranges are located south of Greater Himalayas. Himalayan range alli first is Himadri range of Greater Himalaya. Next barada Lesser Himalayas. They are called as Himachal. ಹೇಗೆ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ಹಿಮಾಲಯಾಸ್ ಹಿಮಾದ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಲೆಸ್ಸರ್ ಹಿಮಾಲಯಾಸ್ ನ ಹಿಮಾಚಲ್ ಅಂತ we will call. They are 60 to 80 kilometers wide and 1500 to 4500 meters high. Width ಮತ್ತೆ height ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. The eastern part is covered with forest. There are many parallel ranges in Lesser Himalaya. Example, Pir Panjal, Dauladhar, Naga Tiba, Musarai, Mahabharat and Darjeeling ranges. They contain many valleys such as Kashmir Valley, Kangra Valley, Kulu Valley. These are also noted for hill stations such as Shimla, Ranikhet, Mussoorie, Nainital and Darjeeling. ಲೆಸ್ಸರ್ ಹಿಮಾಲಯಸಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಾಲೀಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲೀಸಿಂದ ಏನು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಅಂದರೆ ಟೂರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಹಾಲಿಡೇ ಆರ್ ವೆಕೇಷನ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಕಾಮ್, ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ ಆಫ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಸೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ Shivalik hills. They are the outermost ranges. Innermost is greater. After inner then will come the Lesser Himalayas. Then is about the Shivalik hills. They are located to the south of main Himalayas. Therefore, they are known as Outer Himalayas. They are the lowest range of the Himalaya with a height of 600 to 1500 meters. 600 to 1500 meters and width varying from 15 to 150 kilometer. They extend from Jammu Kashmir in the west to Arunachal Pradesh in the east. They are flat bottom longitudinal structure which are known as dunes. Example, Dehradun. In this figure you can check, it will be useful for your maps also. Exam alli you can you can guess the places. You can just remember these places. You can expect them. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೌಂಟ್ K2, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಸ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀಕ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಮೌಂಟ್ ಎವರೆಸ್ಟ್. ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀಕ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೌಂಟ್ ಎವರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ Later you have to know about the three Himalayas, that is northern mountains, that is Himadri or Greater Himalayas, Lesser Himalayas or Himachal, Shivalik or Outer Himalaya. So you have to remember K2. Mount K2 is also known as Godwin Austen. Mount K2 is also known as Godwin Austen. Then you have to know about the Indus and the Brahmaputra. George, Indus is here at the top left and Brahmaputra here. This is about the northern mountains. Next we are studying about the importance of this northern mountains. ಏನು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಈ ಮೌಂಟನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ? ದೇ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಫ್ರಂಟಿಯರ್ಸ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ವಾಲ್ ಥರ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ವಾಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಬೌಂಡ್ರಿ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಗೇಟ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಫ್ರಂಟಿಯರ್. ಏನು ಫ್ರಂಟಿಯರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಯಾರೂ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಅ ಗೇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹೌಸ್. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಇದೇ ಥರ ಹಿಮಾಲಯಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಫ್ರಂಟಿಯರ್ಸ್, ಪ್ರಿವೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಇನ್ವೇಷನ್. ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಅಂದರೆ ಫಾರಿನರ್ ಆಚೆಯಿಂದ, ಚೈನಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು or any other Bangladesh people or any people cannot enter India very easily. Bangladesh people can enter because it is a land border, but Chinese cannot enter or Mongolians cannot enter India because we have a wall or a boundary called as Himalayas. Second point ಏನು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಅಂದರೆ, what's the importance is, they prevent cold winds from Central Asia. ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಏಷ್ಯಿಂದ ಏನು ವಿಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ದೇ ಅಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ದ ರೈನ್ ಬೇರಿಂಗ್ ವಿಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಾಸಸ್ ಹೆವಿ ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್. ಜೋರಾಗಿ ರೈನ್ ಬೇರಿಂಗ್ ವಿಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ವಿಂಡ್ಸ್ನ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಲೈಡ್. ದೆನ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ವೆನ್ ಟೂ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ಸ್ ಕೊಲೈಡ್ there will be a rain. The same thing happen because of this Himalayas. Those winds will be avoided and that will cause rainfall in Himalayas. And they have rain, the slopes, mountains peak ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ನೋ ಇದ್ದಾಗೆ, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ we have forest and are ideal for plantation crop. That example tea in Assam, they are a storehouse of minerals. We get many minerals because Himalayas ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆ rivers will bring the many minerals, so it is a storehouse of minerals and we can grow tea. Next you have to remember is that because of rivers only we have waterfalls. ee waterfalls in the ಏನು ಉಪಯೋಗ, not only tourists but also they can be used to generate hydroelectric power. Just remember natural frontiers entake to prevent foreign invasion. Second, prevent cold winds from Asia. Third one, obstruct the rain bearing winds and causes heavy rainfall. They have thick forest ideal for crops, example tea in Assam. Next, rivers are born here, the waterfalls which are used to generate hydroelectric power. The next is northern Great Plain. It lies between Himalayas and Peninsula Plateau of India. It is formed by the depositional work of three river systems, namely Satluj, Ganga, Brahmaputra. It is the largest alluvial soil tract in the world, extending east to west of a length 2500 kilometers. ಈ ನಾರ್ದನ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇನು ಹಿಮಾಲಯ ಮತ್ತು ಪೆನಿನ್ಸುಲಾ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಇದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ 3 ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಸಟ್ಲಜ್, ಗಂಗಾ, ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಪುತ್ರ. ಸೊ since it is formed by this deposition of these rivers, it has rich alluvial soil, ಅಂದರೆ soil is rich with alluvial, or it has more of alluvial content in the soil, which is very much good for growing the crops. alluvial soil ಇದ್ದರೆ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ನ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಗ್ರೋ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಇದ್ರ ಲೆಂತ್ is about 2500 kilometers. Average width varies from 240 to 340 kilometers. It covers an area about 7 lakh square kilometers. In this geography you have to remember only the numericals and the map. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ಗೆ 5 marks ಏನಿದೆ that will be from your this geography itself. So remember the places and the numericals. The plain is formed with fertile alluvium deposited by river flowing from Himalaya. The plain is very flat and the rocks are not exposed on the surface. ಅಂದರೆ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ತುಂಬ ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ರಾಕ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ಬೆಟ್ಟ, ಹಿಲ್ಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಸಿ, ದ ರಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ವಿಸಿಬಲ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್. ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್, ಏನು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಈ ನಾರ್ದರ್ನ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸಿಂದ ಅಂದರೆ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್, ವೆರಿ suitable for irrigation and agriculture as it has perennial river and vast fertile alluvial soil. Irrigation is nothing but supply of water. Supply of water ಎಂತಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕು? To do the agriculture. And we have perennial rivers, ಅಂದರೆ ಇಡೀ ವರ್ಷ ನೀರಿರುತ್ತೆ ರಿವರಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡ್ರೈ ಥ್ರೂಔಟ್ ದ ಇಯರ್. ಇನ್ ದ ರಿವರ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫ್ಲೋಯಿಂಗ್, ದಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಪೆರಿನಿಯಲ್ ರಿವರ್. ಈ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್, ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್, ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಅ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗ್ರೋ ವೆರಿ ವೆಲ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಅಲುವಿಯಲ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್. ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲುವಿಯಲ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್, ಸೊ ಅಲುವಿಯಲ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗ್ರೋ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ತುಂಬ ಎಲಿವೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಪ್ಸು ಡೌನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ರೋಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಸಿ. ದ ರೋಡ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ರೈಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಈಸಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇದೆ, ದೆನ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್, ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಎರಡೂ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಏನು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಅರ್ಬನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಜಾಬ್, ಆ ಜಾಬಿಂದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಬೆಟರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮಿಕ್ಕಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ extra, what we will do, we will try to sell that. The same thing will happen, they will start trading. The trade is more important in the northern Great Plain. And number of pilgrim centers are located here. Pilgrim is nothing but all your temples are located in this place. Next is about the Peninsula Plateau. This is the largest physical division of India. It is the oldest landmass. It was being a part of Gondwana land. It lies to the south of Great Plains and occupies about 16 lakh square kilometers. It is roughly a triangular shape. Peninsula Plateau is nothing but, you just remember the number 16 lakh square kilometer. ಯಾವ ಶೇಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ರಫ್ಲಿ ಅ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗುಲರ್ ಶೇಪ್, ನಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ರಫ್ಲಿ ಅ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗುಲರ್ ಶೇಪ್. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅಪೆಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಬೈ ಕೇಪ್ ಕನ್ಯಾಕುಮಾರಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಸದರ್ನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಮಿಟಿ. ಸದರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕನ್ಯಾಕುಮಾರಿ and bounded by many hills plateaus, namely Aravalli, Vindhya, Satpura, Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats, Chota Nagpur, Deccan Plateau, Malwa Plateau. E plateaus we will be studying. First is Aravalli range. It is the oldest fold mountain, lies in the north east. E Aravalli range alli Guru Shikhar is the highest peak on the Mount Abu or Abu Hills of Aravalli range. Next is about the Vindhyan range, flanks of northern edge of Narmada Valley. Aravalli range alli highest peak is Mount Guru Shikhar. Next is about Vindhya range. E Vindhya range alli it's formed under the edge of Narmada river. Next is about Narmada Valley or where the river flows. There will be if the river flows between the mountains, it forms the valley. So it forms, Vindhyas are formed on the edge of Narmada Valley. Next is about Satpura range. You can just see below the Vindhya. It runs in the east-west direction of south of the Vindhyas, in between Narmada and Tapi rivers. Satpura range ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ನರ್ಮದಾ ರಿವರ್ ಇದೆ, ಕೆಳಗೆ ತಾಪಿ ರಿವರ್ is there. So you have to just remember Aravalli range at the top. Next comes Vindhyas. You can just remember the curve. ಈ ಕರ್ವ್ ಗುಜರಾತ್ ಕರ್ವ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಬರೋದು ಮೌಂಟ್ ಗುರುಶಿಖರ್ ಆರ್ ಅರವಲಿ ರೇಂಜ್, ದೆನ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ವಿಂಧ್ಯಾಸ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸತ್ಪುರ ರೇಂಜ್. Then we are coming to the Western Ghats, a continuous range running parallel to west coast of India from Tapi Valley to Kanyakumari. From here, Tapi Valley to the Kanyakumari in the down. And these are also known as Sahyadris. They are very steep on the western side and smooth on the eastern side. Boragat, Talagat, Palagat are important passes across the Western Ghats. South of Palagat Gap, Western Ghats continue as Annamalai, the Palani and the Cardamom Hills. ಈ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಘಾಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ 3 passes ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. passes is nothing but where people are staying in the mountains for trade or any other purpose. ಯಾವ 3 ಪಾಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೋರ್ಘಾಟ್, ತಲ್ಘಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪಲ್ಘಾಟ್. ಈ ಪಲ್ಘಾಟ್ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅನ್ನಮಲೈ, ದ ಪಲನಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಡಮಮ್ ಹಿಲ್ಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈ ಅನ್ನಮಲೈ ರೇಂಜಲ್ಲಿ ಅನಮುಡಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀಕ್ ಇನ್ ಸೌತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಇಡೀ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಮೌಂಟ್ ಎವರೆಸ್ಟ್, ಇಡೀ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಗೆ K2 ಆರ್ ಗಾಡ್ವಿನ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಸೌತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀಕ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದರೆ ಅನಮುಡಿ. Next is about the Eastern Ghats. It is parallel to East Coast. Western Ghats are parallel to West Coast, but the continuous range. Eastern Ghats are parallel to the East Coast, but they are not parallel continuous. Western Ghats continuous ಇದೆ, but Eastern Ghats are not continuous. They extend from Mahanadi Valley in north, Mahanadi Valley in the north, till Nilgiri Hills in the south, where they join the place where Western Ghat ಮತ್ತು Eastern Ghat join ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ place is nothing but Nilgiri Hills. They are lower than the Western Ghats and not continuous. The highest peak in Eastern Ghats is Almakonda. There is a chance of asking difference between Western Ghats ಮತ್ತು Eastern Ghats. First point, they are parallel to the west coast, Western Ghats. ಏನು ನೆನಪು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, you can just write this point. Next is they are parallel to the Eastern Ghats, the Eastern coast. Again coming to the Western Ghats, they are continuous. Eastern Ghats, they are not continuous. Third highest peak is Anamudi. Highest peak in Eastern Ghats is Almakonda. This is the 3 points you have to remember in this difference between Western and Eastern Ghats. Adadmele we are studying about the Deccan Plateau. Is bounded by Satpur and Vindhya range in the northeast, the Western Ghats in west and the Eastern Ghats in east, and Mahadev and Michael ranges in the north. The Chota Nagpur plateau lies in the northeastern parts of the peninsula. Is your Chota Nagpur plateau, the Deccan plateau what we studied. Now we got to know about the importance of northern Himalayas. ಅಂದರೆ ಹಿಮಾಲಯಾಸಿಂದ ಏನು ಉಪಯೋಗ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಫ್ರಂಟಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಈ ಪೆನಿನ್ಸುಲಾ ಪ್ಲಾಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ರಿಚ್ ಇನ್ ಮಿನರಲ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಥಿಕ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಬಯೋಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅಂದರೆ ವೆರೈಟೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, ದಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಬಯೋಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ. ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲುಯೆನ್ಸ್ on southwest monsoons and it is covered with black soil which is useful for agriculture. Plains alli alluvial soil, plateau alli black soil. The Western Ghats are the birth of many places of South Indian rivers which are used for generation of hydroelectricity. It has very well known hill stations such as Ooty. Did you understand? The rivers take birthplace in north in the Himalayas. South alli rivers are born in the Western Ghats. Majority are Western Ghats. Even Eastern Ghats have 1 or 2 river, but majority rivers take place, the birth in Western Ghats. Next is about the coastal plains. The plateau of Peninsula India is fringed by coastal plains on either. Andre plateau ಆ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ we have coastal a triangle shape, the roughly triangle shape ಸುತ್ತ ಏನಿದೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಶುರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ರನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಚ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ದ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಆಫ್ ಗಂಗಾ ಇನ್ ದ ಈಸ್ಟ್. And the coastal plain can be divided into two parts, western coastal plain and eastern coastal plain. The western coastal plain, it lies between Western Ghats and Arabian Sea. Western coastal plain, it lies between Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea. You can see this is the run of Kutch starts from here, the Kandla place, that is your run of Kutch. From there till to the tip point of here, that is your western coastal plain. It is narrow, steep and rocky. Narrow ಅಂದರೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿದೆ, steep ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಳವಾಗಿದೆ, and rocky ಕಲ್ಲಿದೆ. It can be divided into Konkan, Karnataka and Malabar coast. ಕೊಂಕನ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮಲಬಾರ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದ ನೇಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ABC ಇಟ್ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೋದು ಕೊಂಕನ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬರೋದು ಮಲಬಾರ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್. ಈ ಕೊಂಕನ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ which lies to of Gujarat plain extend from Daman and Goa. From Daman and Goa. And next is about the Karnataka coast, extend from Goa and Mangaluru. That is from Goa and your Karnataka, Mangaluru. You can see here Goa and Mangaluru, that is here Karnataka. Next is about the Malabar coast, which is from Mangaluru to Kanyakumari. ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು 3 ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಯಾವುದದು? ಕೊಂಕನ್, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮಲಬಾರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಈಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್. ದೇ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ Subhanarekha to Kanyakumari. It lies between Eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal. It is broader than the western coastal plain. It is not narrow, it is broader. Andre it's have more space than the your western coastal plain. Many rivers of South India flow across the plain and then form deltas, that is Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. Deltas in the upayog andre crops can be grown well because deltas are formed by the river. When the river flows, they carry out the minerals and which causes the deltas. Though Western Ghats river gets its life while it flows, it goes and join Bay of Bengal, such as Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. Almost majority rivers join the Bay of Bengal. Western Ghats birth agi flow ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು it will join Bay of Bengal. Eastern coastal can be divided in 2 parts, northern Sarkar and which lies to the north of river Krishna, and southern part which is called as Coromandel coast and Sarkar coast. Since some lagoons are formed in this coastal plain such as Lake Chilka, Lake Pulicat and Lake Kolleru. Lagoons are nothing but salt water lakes are formed in this eastern coastal plain. And highest lagoon in India, andre the largest lagoon in India is Pulicat Lake. It comes near your Pondicherry. ಈ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ coastal plains provide natural harbors which help in carrying foreign trade. If you remember your very first lesson, the trade started when the land was blocked. The trade was started via water bodies. So the Vasco da Gama entered India via Calicut. ಆ ಕ್ಯಾಲಿಕಟ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಬಂದಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಹಾರ್ಬರ್. ಸೊ ಏನು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಹಾರ್ಬರಿಂದ ಅಂದರೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಬಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಬಸ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ನ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೋ, ಅಥವಾ ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಸ್ಟೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಟ್ರೈನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ದ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಹಾರ್ಬರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಪ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್. the one of the finest transportation is seaways or the waterways. Airway is also fine, but it's too costly, but seaways ಅಲ್ಲಿ it's affordable than the airways. So foreign trade ಗೆ coastal plains ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. They are Kandla, Mumbai, Marmagowa, Kochi, Vishakhapatnam, Kolkata, etc. ಈ places ಅಲ್ಲಿ we have harbors. We have many other harbors also, but main harbors are these where we carry out the trade between other countries. Then the coastal plain are useful for fishing, shipbuilding, agriculture and production of salt. We can do fishing and we can sell the fishing for inside India, and also we can export to other countries also. Shipbuilding, we have to build the ship, not only for carrying the goods ಅಥವಾ ಮನುಷ್ಯರನ್ನ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ. ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಶಿಪ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್. ನಮ್ಮ ನ್ಯಾವಿ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ our water bodies from other country invading India. So we have shipbuilding, agriculture, production of salt. We all know that we get salt from the sea water, that is the Bay of Bengal or Arabian Sea or Indian Ocean. Any sea water will get the salt. Many beaches are found along the coast and they attract the tourists. The backwaters are useful for navigation. We have beaches and backwaters. Backwaters are nothing but, the name itself says, if you build a dam, the water will store behind the dam, and other side of the dam, like we call it as a backwater, where it will be smooth and calm, which can be used for navigation. Andre we can travel from one place to another. Next is about the islands of India. Don't call it as islands, it's islands. There are about 247 islands in India. Of this, 204 are in the Bay of Bengal, 43 are in the Arabian Sea. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are in Bay of Bengal, and Lakshadweep are in the Arabian Sea, and formed by corals. Corals are nothing but the ornament which used by many of the people, especially women. Havala, the red color, that we call it as coral. You have to remember 2 islands. Yadu your Andaman and Nicobar, and we shall know about the maps. That is Mount K2, the highest peak point in India. Mount Everest, highest peak point in world. Himadri range, Lesser Himalaya. Himadri is also known as Greater Himalayas. Lesser Himalayas is also known as Himachal. Shivalik range is also known as Outer Himalayas. Then you have to remember why the importance of the Himalayas. Next is about the plain. In plain you have to remember the alluvial soil. Next about the length, that is length of 2500 kilometers, and the overall area is 7 lakh square kilometers. It's flat land and fertile for agriculture. And what is the importance of this? Next is about Peninsula Plateau. Again we have multiple ranges: Aravalli, Vindhya, Satpura, Western, Eastern and Chota Nagpur, and Deccan Plateau, Malwa Plateau. This you have to remember. The highest peak point in Aravalli is Guru Shikhar, and highest peak in Western Ghats is Annamalai, and Eastern Ghats is Armakonda. And after this you have to remember importance of Peninsula Plateau: black soil, then it has thick forest and biodiversity, it has rivers, so it can be used for generation of hydroelectricity. Next is about the coastal plains: Western coastal plain and Eastern coastal plain. And in Western we have 3 types: Konkan, Karnataka and Malabar coast. And in Eastern we have 2 types of, that is Northern Sirkar and Coromandel coast. Next is about the islands. We have 2 islands. One is in Bay of Bengal, one is in Arabian Sea. Lakshadweep in Arabian Sea, and Andaman and Nicobar in the Bay of Bengal. This completes your lesson.